Eyes, Bringers, are you snuggling? Huh? Stay here, stay here. Hold your horses, all of them. Hold your horses, Bringos. You want to just snuggle on stream today? You want to be a streamy dog today? I may be that. I don't like being held though. This is a whole lot for me, Dad. It's too much. Put you down gently. Right here. Right here. Good. Good. Right here. Yeah. Good. Want to hang out? Yeah. You could hang out with us. Would you hold still for a second? You have chunkies in your fur and in your mustache. Wrinkles, you know how I feel about junkies in the mustache. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to have junkies in your mustache. He's so cute. Wrinkles, are you cute? Controller? Grab it. Not snipping tool. All right, I think we're ready to get back into it. We're in Act 3, and I finally got the quest, and this quest is going to be a bit of annoying. So I'm glad we're starting off with this quest, because I think it's going to take me the most amount of time to get done. Especially if I bind myself to Beast Crest only. All right, let's get to it. Nothing left to it but to do it. Mike, you need to be a little bit lower, I think. All right, so we get this quest that's like Embrace the End. And specifically, it's in Fleetopia. So we need to go figure out what's going on in Fleetopia. That they're like, oh, hold on, let me look at the quest name again. Ecstasy of the End. So the fleas, we know, we've been rescuing them all freaking game. And now we have a quest to go talk to them. No! Man, I got it. It's one of those things, like, I remember the more I obviously play. Hi, Spanx. You want snuggle. Where are the fleas? Where are the fleas? The dirge I sing is for the end of our own lives. Here at the end of times, our paradise crumbles beneath us. Flea and friend alike, all will soon be consumed. Oh, what other choice do we poor wretches have? Cruel fate leaves us with only one last task. Dear friend, Miss Hornet, forgive us, but we beg one more favor from you. Will you accompany us in our final act? I saw your plea posted at Bellheart, Sir Flea, and accept your request. The pact is then made. Fellows, steel yourself. It is time. It is time. It is time for the Festival of Fleas! One last grand celebration before the Black Wakes pull us down into the darkness. Rouse yourself, Fleas, one last time. Let the games begin. This got me so good. So in the first game, when you're playing, there's a similar quest where you go around rescuing things. And at the end of that quest line, they end up all getting eaten. So yeah. flea dodge. In this game, we instead get the Festival of Fleas, and we get 3 mini games that we need to play to get our final upgrade. Now, everybody seems to have different games that they either enjoy or don't enjoy. For me, the one I don't enjoy is called Juggle. And what I would have to do is hit these fleas 3 times back up into the air. Right now, I'm doing flea dodge, which is exactly what it sounds like. I just crap. Well, that worked out well. I just have to flea dodge for such amount of time. And apparently, this is a game mode where a lot of people are like, I did not. Everybody has a different game that they either enjoy or... Oops. Well, that worked out because I got over the timer anyways. Has a game that they enjoy and a game that they hate. And dodge seems like one of the big ones that a lot of people hate. I love it because to me it's one of the best ones where like it's a skill that's useful everywhere in the game. Like juggle kind of is in that category, not really. Bounce is a little bit. We're gonna try bounce with Beast Crest here and see how well it goes. But our goal is we have to rank the top of the charts on all 3 of these games. So I now need to bounce beyond 42. You can just cuddle. You can just lie down and snuggle together. I would let you. I would. I would say, Sprinkles, it's okay for you to be a little baby girl. Alright, so Flea Bounce is going to be interesting because I have Beast Crest. We're going to see if the hit detection helps me out or punishes me. But I would also argue that this is a great way if you're trying to test out aiming press. Yep, there was a great example of I missed what I was aiming at and then overcompensated. But we get as many tries as we want. We have no limit. I wish we just lie down. Because you being upright like this is actually difficult. No matter how much I love you. You're flat. The other thing is that juggle. Oh wow, really? I missed both of them? Okay. Rinko. I'm so happy you're just hanging out because you never do it. You're always going places and doing stuff. But I wish you would lie down. I'm gonna try this with Sprinkles licking my hand. No crap. Unfortunately, we don't get any bonus points for hitting Rat or the giant flea. There's Sprinkles. Oh crap. This one is honestly, like, I think... Oh crap. I was about to say, this one is really not that hard. I'm just playing it really sloppy. Sprinkles, you're a good girl. Thank you for getting down. I know, I like you. Alright. Now that I can pay attention and have arms in a more relaxed position, let's see if I can stop being terrible. I will say though, wow! The crests that you play with, they matter in this game, however, or in these flea games. However, your tools do not matter at all. So we do not get a benefit of any sort of, like, let's say having long claw on, which one would think would benefit us. And I don't know if it's just the nature of the flea games where, like, the game is like, oh, well, we don't want the person manipulating things. That. But yeah, Pogo to me is like one of the most relaxing ones, and I've typically found it the hardest one to mess up. Yeah, because you... What? I ran out of silk! I was about to say, you could just cheese it with claw line. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I knew the flea games were going to be a rough start for me. I am glad that they are proving themselves just. And the one where I expected the least amount of problems. So why do I think that... What the heck? Why do I think that these flea games are so easy? Like this specific flea game is so easy? It's because you have double jump and you have float. So it's one of those things with any of the normal crests. So Beast Crest is really the only one where you get a hard reposition. Hunter's Crest a little bit, but like you can just stall for so much time. And it's also like, as long as you hit your pogo, you get the double jump back. So you can just kind of like stay at the top of the screen for... What is going on? I just suck. This game is not hard, and I keep consistently only hitting like 27 every time. Alright, so maybe each of the games has a crest that makes it like much easier than I realized. No! What is wrong with me? I want to stress to you guys, I really don't think flea dance is difficult. I don't know what is happening that I am just horrifically failing at such a silly little game. Once we get to juggle, you're going to see me rage. It absolutely... Me and a lot of other people in the community all seem to really think that juggle is this very... Oh, that doesn't count. All line has... Nope. Yo, Merc, how's it going, brother? How you doing? We're just here bouncing around, doing our thing. There we go. Jeez. No crap. I still messed it up. Merc, how you doing, brother? Yeah, so Merc, the other day I was asking you what you use for like sound bites and whatnot. So I have a stream deck, and I wanted to get in the habit of actually using it while you're doing work. You can keep working, man. You don't have to respond to what I'm saying. Just take everything that I'm about to say as rhetorical. Do your thing. But so I have a stream deck, but in order for me to get it to work, I have to change some of the sound settings for how I stream. Now, what I mean by this is I have it set up through, like, I use OBS to record. I use a third-party thing for chat, which helps me pay attention to chat better. I really like the way that it keeps me engaged with chat. Otherwise, I have the tendency of a streamer that oh, I'm playing the game and I'm not focused on what's going on over here. However, I don't want you, the viewers, to hear the noises that come from this thing. It's called Mix It Up. I don't want you guys to be hearing the sounds from Mix It Up, but the sounds from Mix It Up are what help me stay engaged with chat or constantly looking over at chat. Because again, I'm a smaller streamer, so there's times where I stream for an hour or two with nobody in here. But so at the moment, I have my sound settings so that it only records my game audio. So if I was to go watch another video on my right monitor, you guys can't hear and see that, which I like in the event that something unexpected comes up during stream. However, that now stops me from playing my sound bites and you guys being able to hear it. So I need to figure out a way to create an audio source that detects when I play from my stream deck, but my stream deck is just kind of like a shortcut key. So it's going to play out of my speakers. Ooh. Well, that solves half. I was just thinking I could set it up to go through my headphones instead, and then you guys, the stream would be able to hear it, but then I can't hear it, and then I can't react to it the way that I want to. I don't like that. All right, we're gonna go into Flea Juggle. This is the most infuriating game mode for me ever. So I have to just keep the fleas in the air. I get 3 tries though, so if 3 hit the ground, then that ends the session. But so this is Flea Juggle. I have to hit them 3 times for each point. I need to do this 30 times. And there is a little bit of a nuance to it, so the higher up they are. The higher up they are, they will fall faster, so I need to be mindful of that. It sounds tricky. Yeah, I need to just figure... I actually don't know if you're talking about... Hold on. 2, 3. There is a nuance for these flea juggling where if I time it out correctly, I can hit multiple at the same time if they're grouped together. But the game starts doing this nonsense where... No! The game starts doing that nonsense where they start coming from both sides and it gets stupidly hard and I hate it. I'm going to actually put on Long Claw just to see if it does help. I don't think it will. This is the one game where I do tend to switch crests on. But I think giving myself every single advantage possible in these flea games is necessary. The one time I've tried to do this flea game on stream, it took me forever. I ended up having to just get off stream because talking was the problem. Like, trying to talk and act and move at the same time was terrible. And I think it was like 20 minutes I just turned on a stream to keep my mind busy. But the game itself, like, it's a cute idea. But a lot of us, like, who play this game, were like, the big dude should count for more than one flea. And, like, there, I got put into a pretty impossible position. I'm at 15 right now. Like, I need to get 30. And that guy was off the ledge. So, like, this game is going to be something you're just going to hear me complain about until we're done. But I do need this. This game, in that pinata behind me, is the last upgrade material for my weapon. So this is a game that I have to do. I do know that there's like some little subtle things you can do where if you can get fleas to line up together, like there, I'm able to do one swing and hit them both. And then a lot of us feel like having them up higher is better. But yeah, sometimes you kind of get in the zone. But I also think it's genuinely... It just depends on where the fleas pop up to. I haven't found a way to control where the fleas go after you hit them. And, man, so there, I fell off the stage. That also ends the game. Now, any type of damage seems to knock them back up. I actually want to test something out real fast. If my pro goes. Majority of types of damage seems to knock them back upwards. But 30 fleas is super annoying. And to me, this game, like, some of it seems skill. So here I'm trying to test out if my back is facing them. Seems like I might have a little control that I've not been aware of. No. But here, these two guys getting stacked together made things really easy on me. I'm just going to let that one on the far left go. He's way too far out. And like, those big guys, for some reason, take 4 hits. Darn it. I interacted with the flea in a very different way than I expected. But yeah, this is something I might have to switch Beast Crest off for. I'm gonna stick with it for a little bit. But admittedly, this is something I get very agitated about because it sucks to just keep failing over and over again. And to me, this game does feel a bit lucky because there's times where the fleas just line up perfectly together and like you're able to hit them both at the same time. But a lot of the times, or like there was a good example where I'm trying to juggle two fleas that spawn in the same area, but hitting them caused them to go in very different directions. Like there was another good example that the one flea went to the very far right, and the other one went to the left and grouped up with the other fleas. So I get the concept of, oh, maybe the game wants you to, you know, like consider and prioritize. Like there's a reason why we're given 3 strikes on this game. But there was another one where like the flea was just so far. Yep. Sometimes they just get so far spread out, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do differently. And again, it would be different if the hits were consistent. So like on this guy, I'm going to only use my sideways attacks. If every time I attacked him like this, if he always went in that direction, I would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But like here I'm using upward slashes, and it's like sometimes they go left, sometimes they go right. Let's see if it's upwards. Maybe that's why I've been having a problem with this flea game, is I didn't realize that I think upwards changes which direction they go. Got so lucky that my claw hit both of those there. I have had this game though where, oh, I didn't realize he was still falling. Well, that's my mess up. Beautiful, beautiful, done. I am a golden god with the Beast Crest. I'm just playing. It's because Merc was here. Merc is my good luck charm. Fucking hands mass devil. I didn't realize there was a big one. That's hilarious. Nah, I didn't. I lost track of what I was juggling. Alright, the important thing is I did it. So, also good to see that it does not seem like the crest hard matters. Gathered here we are to honor the grand champion of this very final of all festivals. Now, Miss Hornet, strike the great effigy with all your might. All of it! All of it! Apparently, right now, as I'm striking this, you can lose materials from it hitting the ground. So that's why I'm spacing out my attacks. awesome. The first time I did that, I think it took me like 2 hours to complete that challenge. It took me forever, and I was getting so angry. This is no lore run, so we're just gonna keep on moving. And then hold on, I put on Long Claw. Let's go back to multi-binder. Okay, so we got everything we need. I don't think I actually need this quest, but I'm gonna still go pick it up because I'm already here, and in case I want to go do it later, I can. But this is the Mr. Mushroom quest. Mr. Mushroom is kind of a weird god character in this game, from what we understand. But now we have a quest to go find him in a bunch of different locations. And again, I'm not sure if I'll actually... Nice. Get full magique. Oh wait, I don't even need to do any of that. I got puppies. I got puppies. Alright, so the puppies let me get back to a train station with immediacy. As long as I have solid ground that I'm standing on. So there are certain areas in the game where I can't summon puppies. So like this platform being up in the air, I cannot use this as a platform to summon puppies to get me to a train station real fast. Good shit. What? All right, plenty.
Benny Frank.
Pravin.
Mio fene?
Oralo.
All right, plenty. Oh wow, we had just enough rosaries for this. That's crazy. Marvelous.
Welyanis.
That blade, by Claude, it is done. Sharper than this pinmaster would ever believed achievable. Shining pale and clear. Bonva, stranger. You have granted my wish and more. Your blade is an accomplishment to match those of the great pinmasters past. Farloom may ail, but throughout its morbid dim, your needle will shine bright. So he has given us our pale steel needle. So our needle is officially the most perfect needle it can be. It is going to do all the damages that it possibly can do. And we are officially at 98% game completion. So we getting there. And most impressively, with the Beast Crest to boot. Okay, so with that being said, we can now go back to Verdania. Yeah. We can now go back to Verdania. We did bodies out here. I love it. Chakra putting in some work. Okay, so wasn't actually counting on how expensive it is. That's another void mass taken care of. To be fair, I actually don't know the enemy placements in a lot of Act 3. So Act 3 does change, not everything, it just changes a lot of things with the corruption spreading, which I love. Whew. And start storing up a little bit of money. I don't think I need money for anything. I'm like 80% sure I have bought everything. I know where another void mass is, actually. A little bit of it. Let's go up. Out here somewhere. Found it. Another void mass down. And they're just not allowed. Some things that go with by the witness list, where our motto on this stream is no enemy witnesses. We're gonna go ahead and rest up in here. Just rest on all of these benches because kind of don't really matter. We're gonna go to Verdania, and then once we're done in Verdania, we can just teleport out with that fast travel. Hi, Sunday. Are you coming up? You act like you're coming up. Right? You want to come back up? Hey, Dad, I wasn't done snuggling. Oh, my little baby bear. Hi, Sunday. It's cold out, and you went out hiking yesterday, so you want to snuggle today. We can snuggle. Crack out. Snorts. All right, so we were doing some stuff in Verdania earlier, so this is not our first visit to Verdania. However, I realized that I was doing these hearts. I'm sorry, I realized that I was doing this heart quest without a fully upgraded nail, and I knew 100% I want the upgraded nail anyways. So with that being said, we're going to come back into Verdania. We have opened up some shortcuts as well. Little baby dancers are so intense. But yeah, some of these things now only take 2 hits to kill, which is like crazy. Now, I have found that with a lot of the teleporting enemies in this game, because for some reason there's a crap ton of them. And I guess not all of them are teleporters, but like some of them are just like super speedsters. I have found that just holding still usually makes them make a mistake. So we kind of, I call it samurai in it. Alright, so that's another part of the end area. So right now, Verdania has to me one of the best dream sequences, because not only is it like an entire area that we need to go through, so for that reason I really appreciate it. But what it has this concept that we're in the Green Prince's memory of Verdania. So this area is very we're having to like kind of rebuild his memory, so to speak. And when we get to the final area, if you go there without getting all of these, trying to heal back up and knock that dude off of the ledge. Because of course I do. But I think this is one of the most clever ways of doing dream sequence. And here we find the Pale Stag, who can be one of the more annoying bosses. We're going to see how Beast Claw does. I think it's going to go terribly, to be honest. So as we can see with Pale Stag, it's a very evasive boss. And it just casts magic at us the entire time. And there we go. Got broken out of the dream. And that's okay. It's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. But there is a small chance that we will switch our spell. So, thoughts that I need to do. Because the boss is so evasive, I feel like I need to go in there with full magic, and then me trying to use my beast mode just went terrible the entire time. The boss kind of is set to like, oh, you hit me once, I'm dipping. Oh, you ducked. You turd. Let me up. Back at full life again. See if I can get full silks. Jumping there is kind of dumb. A little stack. Way back here. Alright, we're back at full HP, or full silk. We're minus 1 HP. I think I'm just going to kind of deal with that no matter what. Kind of stinks. I actually might fix that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fix it. Okay, or not. That sucked. I was really hoping to get more off of that heal. That sucked. Beautiful. Okay, so the Pale Stag is a big part of the Green Prince's memory. I am pretty certain not 100%. Oh, I didn't even see that dude. What a turd. I am fairly certain that the Pale Stag is what opens up the... This room, from what I remember, is awful. Okay. That was not awful at all. Life back, buddy. Alright, I think I I got everything. If I did not get everything, guys, I might go find what portion I'm missing. But what we're looking for in this house is no spider webs. If we come across spider webs, it means I messed up something. Trap. So yeah, here I'm missing something. And to be honest with you, I'm not fully sure if it's like, if that means it's in the lower left corner of Verdania. Because I'd have to go rest at a bench. You know what? It's just lore, and it's not like necessary. I think we'll just go on because I'm not. Yeah, I have the boss fight. Let's just go on. I'll do a lore run another time.
Yanara.
So this is a refight of Clockwork Dancers, except that now, why am I getting hit? That's fine. That went miserably. So this is a refight of the Clockwork Dancers fight. However, there is the caveat to it that we now only have one target that we can hit. So one of them is a ghost. It is just the memory of the prince's partner. So we can only attack the prince. You know what? Since I died, I'm going to go look to see where I maybe missed that last portion of Verdania. Because I honestly don't know. So we got bottom right. I think I need to go sit at a bench to reveal a whole lot of the map. Because now that I'm thinking of it, I think there's a room where it's kind of obvious that there's a secret. Yeah, hold on. I have an idea of where I think it is. And if I can, since I kind of remember, I don't remember as much as I would like to remember, but... Out of here, you nerd. Beautiful. Probably upward. All I remember is that one of these rooms... This bug dude. Meant to be helpful. Oh, and he's juking me. Just use the offline. Yeah, of course, now you go up. Maybe it's in this room. Yep. Yep, here it is. Found the final memory. And I love the design of it because the game does a very good job of pulling you up into the left, so it would make perfect sense that you're not like going to be like, oh, I really need to check. Oh. This thing has a chance of being an enemy. Which isn't guaranteed. Beautiful. Love it. Even the platforms to get up here felt like they just changed. Maybe not. Alright, so let's see what I missed out on. Yeah, just a plaque. 2 children born entwined, apart. 2 children marked to rule. They danced, they sang, proved blades beyond, but none forgot their birth. For lovers born on beat exact shall be forever cursed. But yeah, here we get the complete memory of Verdania. Let's try this again without the failure. Beautiful. Verdania defeated. To dance and love and end together. So the Cogwork dancers, and then what becomes the Green Prince dance, I guess. I love it thematically. So like a boss that telegraphs where it's going to go and you have to react to it, I think is brilliant. I also love the fact that it's a refight that they make harder than the original, but it's still the original dance. So therefore you kind of get to see why the Cogwork dance is so inferior. I think it's a really, really well done fight, and I love it because of that. Now, with that being said, I also find it like overhyped by the community. Like I feel like it's like people are obsessed with it just because it's 2 princes rather than like just a singular enemy. Or I feel like if it was like a prince and princess, I don't know why, I just feel like it wouldn't like hit as hard as people make it hit for it being 2 princes, if that makes sense. Weird fluttering of wings. And then very interesting that a lot of the burbs disappear, so in order for me to get them... There's this one quest that I can get, and I'm trying to see... There's one. So yeah, you would definitely want to do this in Act 1, definitely not Act 3 as I am doing. Alright, so we have 2 bosses left that we can do. However, I actually only need 1 of the bosses defeated. So, we're going to go do Carmelita just because I think she's a lot more interesting. Nihilith, I think, is going to be too easy. And then Set is not in a dream. So, for that reason, I feel like Set might be... bulkiness for you, sir. Whoops. Yeah, that worked out, actually. Because I forgot I can't go straight down the way I went up. Okay. Didn't open up that shortcut, but that also means... kind of very heavily expect a Void Heart to be there. And I need 1 more Void Heart. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Egg salad. Oh, that way's blocked off. Oh, there's a Void Heart. Excellent. Alright, so the Void Hearts are destroyed. I no longer have to go hunting them. I hope you guys know, though, the Bloodthirst is still there. So if we are to come across any Void Hearts, we're clearing them out. Like this one. Ow. Beautiful. Any Void Heart up here? Negative. I highly doubt that there would be 2 Void Hearts in one room, but we're gonna double check. We need to go to a train station. I could have teleported, but I did want the... Some of these quests I do want to get done because there is one more heart piece I can get. And I want to make sure that I do that so that I have the best chance against Place. All right, so there's my first mask piece. All right, so we now, I said I wanted to do Carmelita. Carmelita is at the far end of Farfields. However, she's not really part of Farfield. She's more part of Hunter's March. So we're going to come back here to the Bone Marrow because it's one of the faster ways to get to Hunter's March. Play on my part. I'm at full shards, so I'm just going to there's a Void Heart down here. That would have been really good. Certain there's got to be a Void Heart in this room. There's too many things that are black in such an obscure room. Found him. Yeah, that was so suspicious of how many things in this room were all voided. Okay, for some reason my second jump just did not happen. That's all right. I thought that was an arena again. All right, so we're in Hunter's March. To me, this is also really good game design, because the very first time that you come through Hunter's March, a lot of people struggle with the movement of it. So I love coming through it again. Why is there not people? I was expecting to target, so another Void Heart destroyed. We cleanse in this world, folks. Okay, let's see. But this to me is something where I think it's really good game design, how you come through this very early and it's like super hard to like platform your way through. And then they have you do it again. Oh, I was doing so well. I had the dance and everything going on. Oh, man, I played that so well. I was dodging out of my mind. curiosity, we're gonna go explore 2 rooms real fast. So one is there's a vendor back here, and I know he's dead. Okay. I wonder if that is actually supposed to be... There's a hunter. I think his name is Gur, if I recall. Oh, maybe I just forgot to do this until super late on a run. Alright, well, let's rest up. And it's time to go do the Hunter's March area, which has our last memory shard and has a piece of like a heart, like a mask. You ain't got nothing. Made mistakes. We went backwards to get silk. It wasn't necessary. But we get this super secret area. On my first playthrough, I was so mad because I looked up a map online and saw that this was like I saw something on the map and I was like, well, I definitely don't have that. And so I kept re-exploring the area over and over again, trying to find it. And it was, you know, like it's not there because you have to go from a very specific angle in Act 3, and you're not really supposed to be able to do it unless you have a certain skill. So, suffice it to say, I spent like a good hour of my life looking for something that I couldn't access. Like, it's more or less walled behind Act 3. You 100% cannot access it until you're in Act 3. I need something bulky to heal off. You'll do, sir. I do not remember this room. Is this my shortcut? It is my shortcut. We're going to open up that shortcut, although I really, really don't think I need it. Oh, this area is so fast. I see you there, lady. Shortcut. Right, so we go running across the tops here. Why do I keep missing? Beautiful. Okay, shortcut opens. And then bench found. That scared the fuck out of me. That's hilarious. All right, I got the cross summons, which is interesting because I thought the trigger for that was that I had to kill all the basic ones. I don't even have any of these completed. Maybe that's why I missed it for so long. Fascinating. Crawl Summons is a bonus quest to upgrade something in your house, and I think to get a memento. This is big boy. Boy, did big boy. Easy. Made him look like a chump. You ain't going nowhere. This guy here, he's going nowhere. Merc, I don't know if you're actually still here, but have you watched Boondock Saints? I feel like that's a movie that you would enjoy.
Nesvia. Buenera.
All right, Carmelita. It's time for us to invade your dreams. So Carmelita is like one of everybody's favorite fights. I like it. I don't know if it's my favorite, though. I think it's just well designed in terms of she's supposed to be a dancer. And so the fight plays out like a dance rather than like just a fight. I had a strategy for killing these dudes, and I don't remember what that is now. I've never had them live this long. think I've actually bumped her. But she's not supposed to be singing during half of this. If that claw hit, I would have healed and I would have been fine to keep fighting. Oh, I almost first tried that. That would have felt so good. All right, let's give it another shot. I also didn't go ablaze at all, which would have helped quite a bit. That's something I actually need to get a lot better about with my build. I always forget to use the flint slit. Guys again. Okay. Perfect. Oh, if that had hit, I would have been fine. Oh, get down, girl. Go ahead, get down. Oh, I pressed the wrong combo. Devoured. Absolutely munched on. Love it. All right, so that is how we hunted, how we sang. My children, I saw you glorious. I love the concept of Carmelita. So Carmelita, the way that she's keeping her insect tribe away from the silk sickening that's going on in the rest of the game, is her song helps keep them all sane. But then we end up coming here and fighting her. I will also say, like, I don't understand what I'm looking at in the background here. So, like, this ball, I always thought was her head, but that means she's, like, massive. She's giant. But when we just fought her, she wasn't. So I guess, like, maybe that's meant to indicate, like, oh, she just kept growing and growing. Why is there I don't remember that wall being. Did I miss something? Doesn't look like it. Maybe they cut something? I don't remember. All right, well, guys, it's time to do something a wee bit boring. I need to remember where all the mask shards are, and I don't. I remember where another one is. So we're going to go get that mask shard. And then I think there's another one behind a boss fight. Oh, that stinks. I did exactly what I intended to do, except that my claw line didn't come out. So instead I just kind of like ran into a spike and died. All right, Carmelita was surprisingly really easy with Beast Crest, and I think it's just because like you don't give her any space. Wonder if Hero's Claw gives me one. All right, we need to do a series of races here, guys. So I'm sorry this is going to be a wee bit boring, but I need to do 3 separate races in order to get a mask shard. And one of them I can honestly hyper cheese, and I'm kind of tempted to do so. One. Shahoo. Three. Winning lap 1. So this is just first race. This is just so that we understand the basics of the race. And we can kind of see that he is just a very fast guy. We are naturally faster than him in this first race. Second race, I think we need to like interrupt him once or twice. But like if your movement is clean or if you know what the race is, it's not bad at all. It's the third race where if we do not constantly interrupt him, so we have a couple of ways to interrupt him. Yeah, here we can see he's a lot faster. But if we use claw line, oh crap, can't FUD there. If we use claw line to hit him, we interrupt him. And if he's interrupted, that means he's not running fast anymore. The third race is where he... Sorry, had to pay attention. The third race is if I do not hit him with claw lines, he will overtake us. He will just be a faster runner than us. However, somebody in the universe found out that if you just let him run the whole race and you don't move, apparently the game doesn't realize that he's passing you because something about being here at the starting line makes the game not realize that he's passing you. So to save you guys time, we're gonna test out this theory. Because like it also doesn't make sense either, like, right? Logically, if he laps you one time, you're done. You would never be able to catch back up to him ever again. But there he goes. He's completed lap 1 of 3. So we just gotta sit here and chill. And then as long as I don't mess up, and by mess up, that means I fall and go through a ring that I've already been through a second time, I will no matter what win. Are you feeling very snuggly on this windy and cold day? Alright, so here he should be coming. So he won, right? Like we just watched him win. He got all 3 of his laps in. I ran out of silk. No! I swear I'm not this bad. No. Fuck. No, I messed it up still.
Oh, hello, Todd.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
We are embarrassed. Here, let's just see if I can race him normally. So again, as long as I hit him, that's annoying. Crap. Okay, I need to claw line at the bottom. No. I give up. That's annoying. Alright, so Beast Claw once again proving to be a minor problem. I actually don't know if that's Beast Claw at all. I think that's a me problem. Where is my Silk Spear, game?
Oh, hello, Todd.
Using a movement tech that requires silk. Very frustrating. It's funny too because I've heard a lot of complaints in this game of how everybody feels like Silk Spear should not cost any silk. And for the longest time, I was just like, I think people are just complaining. Like, I don't think that this is a very good argument. I feel like it's kind of dumb. But here I am consistently losing a race because I am trying to do a game mechanic that costs me silk. And to be honest with you too, the third, like watching my silk in the upper left-hand corner, like as I use it up, it does take forever for the third one to come back. Yeah, not that hard. Not sure what went wrong.
Oh, no, Sophia.
On my free, on the very free one that I had, where all I had to do was just run in a circle at my own pace, and for some reason I couldn't do it. All right, I do believe though that's actually all I need from. Okay, we just got the can't fast travel from here. Sometimes certain caves in this game can stop you from fast travel. Let's go to Battle Heart. Alright, the Hidden Hunter, this gives us a Mask Shard as well. So then there's just a single Mask Shard somewhere in the world that I don't recall where it is. And that's kind of bad. Alright, so we need to go back up to Farfields for this one. I might have to just look it up because otherwise I'm going to have to run around like a maniac. To find what piece of heart I think we're missing. Nice. Rosaries. Oh, actually, hold on. We're gonna rest at a bench. And the reason that we're resting at a bench is that I've had one instance on one of my playthroughs. I've had an instance on one of my playthroughs where, for the absolute life of me, I just kept failing at Gur, and he killed me like 2 or 3 times. And then I killed him again without taking any damage. So we're going to play the slight safe for the moment. But here, as we're going through this area, we're supposed to be tracking. I think his name is Kurt. But as we're tracking him through this area, there's all these traps that spring out and try to get us. But a lot of them, like, unless you're moving very slowly or you hesitate, they won't get. But we track him to his final location. And it's one of the coolest. I love this. Once again, Beast Claw just says, I don't fucking care. Beast Claw is just... This is so fascinating. Anyway, so we kill Gur the Trapper. All he does is he throws traps around, and then he can run or jump around the screen. That's it. So he's technically one of the easier bosses, but you can kind of feel overwhelmed by him if you're trying to play stupidly safe. So it's very interesting to see that with Beast Claw, we were able to just out-muscle him. But when we come into his chambers, we see that he's been hunting a whole bunch of characters, like other enemies throughout the areas. And there's one hook left that was meant for us. The hunt. Hail prey. Come to me. The last. The hunt. But I do love that he has a trap set up in that room where we get the proof that we killed him. We needed a grass doll because, of course, he has it all. But that is all of Farfield. I'm like 90% certain Mask is not there. Where do I even think Mask is? Mask can't be in Verdania because Verdania is closed off to us for the rest of the run. Do I think it's in like Bilewater or Sinner's Road? I don't think so. And then I'm fairly certain I probably am just going to look at a map, to be perfectly honest. Let's think. I'm re-looking through every little zone real fast and just being like, okay, where is there a mask piece in this zone? And I am not seeing anything that sticks out to me. There's one, it can't be the second Trobio fight, because the second Trobio fight, you get a mirror. Is it the second Trobio fight? I can't imagine they would give you 2 rewards for that. Let me just pull up a mask. Let me pull up a map real fast. What I'll do is I'll look at the map on my side and I'll let you guys know. I haven't bought in all of Chakra's things. So we're going to start in this upper left-hand corner of Mount Fay. There are 2 mask shards here. That's the one I'm missing. It's out in Mount Fay. So this is wonderful. You know exactly where to go. And that's why we look at the map, because that would have probably taken me forever to recall that the map, or that this mask was out here, unless I came here to get something extremely different, and I was not planning on it. It also means that I kind of wasted some time earlier. I need to go to the middle. go. When we stop, only Murph will move. Woo. Alright, so we come up here to the middle. Beautiful. And this is, to me, one of the better hidden masks in the game. There's a material... Shit. Did I pass it? I passed it. Okay. Anyways, there's these crystal pillars that we, like, break. And there's this very one specific one that when you break it, everything about it breaks. And that's like your only hint that this is here, besides you, like, you know, exploring on your own. But we come to this super secret hidden chamber. And this is actually going to be terrible for... Wait, fell in the water twice. I was trying to heal back up. I think we're just going to deal. Interesting. You can heal with claws. Sorry guys, I was exploring and figuring out something about Crest that I should have known probably. But yeah, this is just kind of a cool-ish platforming, not even platforming, but enemy interaction thing. I really enjoyed this one. Like, the very first time finding this was a lot of fun for me. These big dudes being here was also a fun little surprise. Darn it. Ooh, that's kind of... I don't want to do it. Down in the center of the room. Sorry, I saw something and was like, oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? And it was not. So wait, now I'm a little confused because I thought I got... Oh, I need to go turn in the quest. That fell. Alright, gang. We are pretty much as powerful as we can get at the moment. So we have as much HP as we can have. I believe we have all the silk that we can have. I'll double check with that in a second. But I do believe we're ready for the... Yep, we're at 99% completion. Yep. We have all masks, all magic, and all nail upgrades. And then let's just put the final stamp in it. Bam. So we are officially the furthest that I have ever gotten in this game. There's no more that, or in Steel Soul mode, that I can do. So that's partially untrue. There's a couple of things that I could do to grab things that do not power me up or do not power up my build. So there's actually a second mirror I can go get that would make the Witch Crest or certain other crests that use the mirrors a little bit more powerful. There is a boss and a hidden boss behind it that I could go do. There's another hidden boss that I could go do for a memento. There's kind of a whole bunch of a mess of hidden bosses around the world that I could go deal with. However, I am just trying to complete the 100% Steel Soul run, and right now we're at 99%. So let's go get that final 1%. I am one of the people that plays this game that says I'm really, really sad that 100% is not truly 100%. Now, to be fair, in the first game, Team Terry did this exact same thing. They had a 100% run, but then there was things that you could do that would take you above 100%. I don't know how I exactly feel about it, because, like, to me, 100% should be, like, I've done everything that I can in the game, and then I went and... And then I went and, did the final boss. Which, this is also one of the games where I would argue where the final boss, to me, is the hardest boss in the game. I can't genuinely think of another boss that I think is more difficult than the final boss. Maybe Set? I don't remember struggling with Set as much as certain other players. Oh. I was like, why are they not working on me? It's because I have to lie down on the plinth. Oh, they're chanting. Not sure this is supposed to be happening. I don't remember how to get through this. Okay. We are in the... Oh, I'm back. Okay. We're back to Forced Hunter's Crest. Because... Sure. I suppose that's the... But this is the final dream of the game. Well, the final dream that we will be partaking in. But we get to see little baby Hornet. It's little baby Hornet. Show us your craft, child. All right. So, something hilarious about me is the very first time that I was playing through this game, I thought that her doing this, like her crafting this cloak, that she was undoing the weavers. Like she was taking their abilities and making them like, you know, her own, and that's why she's so strong. But apparently that is not. Apparently that's like, this is just salvaged. Nope. I think I'm supposed to do this. Yeah. Why does this feel like I'm going back to the beginning? But it's not. Reference to the first game. Love it. Me and a lot of other people love this reference. It's so amazing. Give me 1 second. Ignore them, daughter, their whispers. Greater, grander, weaver, guardian, queen. Those are their desires, not your own. Certainly not mine.
That's sure.
Only if you resist them, you might see it, another hope beyond. But to recall these words in time so far, will you even remember me, child? Good. A mother before the mask, before I lay forever in dew. It's such an interesting thing too, because like they show Hera there, draped in red, and in the first game, when we experience Hera, she is not. Now, that means, like, very little. Crap. Salvaged. Because one of the big things about the... Fuck. No! One of the things about the first game is that a long time has passed since our main character enters the game. So it's not clear at all, like, what time or how much time. Good, better. Yet still, you will need to be fast. In time, they will come for you. Those who fear your nature and those who seek to claim it. To survive our world, you must learn to sting, swift and sudden. You know what I just realized? And I've never paid attention to this. We don't have arms. What are these? Uh-oh. No one told me about this. Interesting. Those books that we just passed by, I believe, are in reference to the Steel Soul quest that we completed. deeper into our memories. Alas, spider's child, for our ways you will think us harsh, you will think us uncaring, unrepentant, and so we must seem, for such is the cost of our wish.
Yanara.
Wrongly, I knew the wish and the price to achieve it, and now, across these many ages, I have only come to know it better.
Cadestre.
Strength in mind, in care, in core. Strength enough that I may live to see a world better than our own, or to craft a world as I desire. That was the wish of my mother, my mentor, of you. Indeed, Spider, so much pain you must have passed to speak our hope so simply. For her you become, who knows clear our desire, has seen full the darkness beneath our house. I would show you the gift. Witness the first flame, the only means we possess to resist the void with which our family is filled. Reach forth, child, and strong. Wrest it from this remembrance. Burn yourself free from your sad fate. And here we have the Everbloom, but at the cost of the snails. But for some reason, we can still bounce off their shells. I'm just out of curiosity. Do you say anything different? 5 masks swirled soul, brought and broiled. 4 stone raged baked, crushed powder coarse. 3 shells fresh from the pilgrim's fallen to contain and aid. Okay. Guys, that is 100% completion in Steel Soul mode. So now the singular. Only thing I have to do to get my trophy is to go beat Wastley. Era! So let's see if we can go do it. Again, everything else that I can do in the game, there's a few bosses that I could go fight. But for me, at this exact moment, the risk is much higher than it needs to be. So we're not going to take it. We're right at the edge. We're like at the finish line, right? So it's like, yes, I could turn around and go backwards. And we could turn around and go backwards. And there's something that comes from that. But I also can get the reward here. Oh, I missed it. Inside me. Oh wait, this is a room I never went into apparently. Silk Eater. Silk Eater. who's down there? You know somebody's there, but you can't see me?
Regina Fora.
Ooh, as you say, this bell can make the trip again. It broke the first time unexpectedly, but the second time, well, I'm sure it will do better.
Then a friend.
No, I wanted to sit on the bench. All right, team. All right, chat. We're going down. We're going down, down in an earlier round. And sugar, we're going down, swinging. I'll be number one with a bullet. A loaded dog complex, cock it and pull it. Got a Sunday, and she's my baby bear. Yeah, Sunday, we're gonna go fight the final boss baby. Nope, nope, nope. See you, nerd. Said, see you, nerd. All right, Sunday, you want to come up for the final quest? See, Dad, I wanna be part of this journey. I do. I want to be part of it, Dad. I want to be the good luck charm for the journey. You are a good bear. Here, son. I'll tell you what. We will pet you. We will pet you. Who's a little girly, wakes up so early, gets a pet on her head someday. She got mud on her face. A sprinkles bay. All right, guys, we have the Everbloom. And a dog that is distracting to me. All right, so this is officially the final boss of the game. There literally is, like, if I defeat this boss, we are completing the challenge that I have set out to do. So, we want to reevaluate our tools real quick. I do think Pale Nails on this boss are the best. They are single target, but that's not really a negative thing. I do like Cross Stitch for parrying purposes, or Sharp Dart, because these two give you invulnerability. So for that reason, those spells I think can be very good. Threadstorm's really good, obviously, for, you know, if you get that up and close personal damage. But because we were playing with the Beast Crest, I would argue that Beast, Wanderer, and Hunter, they, in my opinion, have the hardest time taking advantage of Threadstorm, because a lot of the times you want to be using your nail damage on those crests anyways. Rune Rage, I can't imagine anybody consistently using this, but like Rune Rage and Silk Spear is technically good for when the opponent is like away from you or hiding behind or in one of their own attacks. So there is that as a potential. Pompilo, I'm going to keep on for right now. I will admit, though, that during the final phase, these Cogflies would be significantly better. So we're going to see how the combat goes. Ideally, what I'm going to try to do is heal and Flint Slate. We're going to see how realistic that actually is. But I have taken off the Magnetite Brooch because I don't think that we need it. There's no rosaries down here to collect, so I'd rather have a little bit of extra combat strength. I do need to be careful, though, because these are deaths.
Yanara. Buenera.
But good news is, for some reason they decided in this game that the very final boss doesn't do 3 points of damage to you ever. Or not that I can think of. Here, as we dive into the void, we can see that the void is trying to grab us, but because we have the Everbloom, we are protected. Okay. I hear you back there. Grandmother Silk. Now to remember this. That's annoying. Not going well. Hope. Yeah, we quit out on that for sure. I got real terrible real fast. Okay. Okay. So, things to consider. One of our largest advantages to the Beast Crest is our ability to just pound in a lot of damage into our opponent. However, in this fight, I do think I need to consider that's not the case. I'm not going to be able to do that. So, I might need to play this a bit safer than having to remember this fight all over again. That is kind of the best attack for me. While I'm... Okay. That's the first half, guys. Don't cry. Oh, she's fallen. Oh, I jumped into that. I hate... I can't remember if there's always two. Nope. I have to back out. I have to. Fuck! Fuck, that was so close. I also had a really weird stagger on her where I was able to stagger her the moment we shifted into stage 2. And I don't really actually know what caused that specifically. What is really good, though, I expected this fight to be a lot more of a mess for me, and I'm happy to say that I definitely remember a lot more of it than... This is one of the few times, too, where, like, the final boss of the game, I understand her. Like, hitting you for so much damage. Oh, that sucks, that sucks. Okay, that went miserable. That was going so well. And then it wasn't. This is one of the few bosses in the game where I fully understand that this boss hitting me for double damage, I think makes sense. So, like, although I know I complained a lot when I first played through this game, everything doing double damage to you, I will say, like, this specific boss fight, it is the final big bad boss of the game, and it's also, like, a void enemy. So, like, there's a lot of elements about this fight that make sense that it's double damage. If anybody wonders why I keep getting hit from, like, some of these jumping attacks, it's because I'm trying to do the cannonball, and it keeps getting me hurt. Gosh. that attack that she does there where she stands. At least I got some healing back from her. Alright, here we go. Final phase. God, I do that. I did that so early. I lost all the benefits of my ability. So that attack there is, for me, one of my most abilities to punish her. Darn. No. What up, Kaluna? Stupid teleporting boss. Oh, I jumped. No. Oh, I forgot that. Beautiful. No! She interrupted my heal. Yes! We did it! We did it! 100%. Hornet Shuffle! Beast Crest was surprisingly fun, but fun in a bad way. Definitely very, very Feast and Famine play style. All right, time for our super jump to get the fuck out of here. I love this. We absorb Grandmother Silk, the last of her power. Take Lace with us. I will say, I don't feel like this game did a good job of making me, number one, care about Lace, and then number two, like, saving her here just, like, makes no sense to me at all. Like, the whole point of Act 3 is saving Lace. I don't understand it. Like, all of the lore videos and stuff I've ever watched, nobody ever references, like, oh, well, we're at least doing it for this reason. And like the super singular, you guys can't see my face or my hand gestures, but this is wonderful. You guys can just look at Sunday while I vent. The only time where like I can argue that there's a super singular reason, it's because Lace did technically save us from the trap. So yes, we're kind of paying that back. But like it doesn't make any sense. It's like two of our enemies got trapped together and then the world's going to shit because of it. I don't know if it makes sense to me. But to be fair, going down and saving Lace is what stops Grandmother Silk from resisting the void. And there's Lace with them hips. Ooh.
Ooh, something else I never realized. Lace has no mask. Where is her Lace? That's her name, ma'am. But yeah, she's not really like Lacey in any way, shape, or form. Which I do think is a missed opportunity. Like the entire time, I genuinely was like, oh, you're gonna fight her at some point, and like she's gonna be like very like Lace-like, right? Like a full maiden outfit or something. And you're gonna have to like fight her in a spider web, which would be really cool. And Grandmother Silk also falls into that category for me. Do I think she looks interesting? Yes. But do I think she looks like what I would expect a giant silk monster to look like? Not necessarily. And for this game being very about like thread, silk, and music, I don't know what it is, but there's something about it where I kind of expected the big bad grand monster of this game being more of a giant spider type enemy, or like a very interesting spider like enemy, because then it would make the weavers make a lot more sense. Grandmother Silk kind of just comes out of nowhere, in my opinion. Now in the first game, there is this enemy called Radiance. And that enemy comes a little bit out of left field as well. So I think Team Cherry, the makers of this game, just want these like very omnipresent, very godlike figures for you to fight. You played masterfully and proved that you have a steel soul. Thank you for taking the time to explore and conquer the world in Hollow Knight Silksong. We'll meet again with a new challenge for you. Percentage 100%. Steel Heart! Woo! I'm actually wildly impressed. I did that in 17 hours. But that is officially my final achievement for this game. I've 100%ed all achievements this game. What's really funny, there's in the speedrunning category, there's a speedrunner who I used to watch who did the first game. And the first game does have that same achievement. Beat the game in Steel Soul mode and 100% the game in Steel Soul mode in the first game. He does this, the speedrunner does an all achievement run of Hollow Knight. So what that means is they play through the first game and get a whole bunch of the achievements, and then play through it again on Steel Soul mode, meaning you can't die, and get all 100% for the Steel Soul mode as well to get the other half of the achievements. And it's like this, like, I think he said 10 or 12 hour run. So it's not like an easy like speed run by any means, but it's also very fascinating that, you know, there's players out there that can play so well and so quickly that they can do everything. But yeah, that feels steel. I realized that gave me an extra background. Interesting. I guess I'll leave it at steel for a little bit so that when I log in, I am good. But ladies and gentlemen, that is finally in Hunter's Crest almost everything recorded. So I did do a little bit of farming off recording, which makes me sad that of course that's the run that gets fully through. But that's all right. I'm still gonna post this to YouTube that it was a 100% Beast Crest run of Hollow Knight. Sunday, we did it, baby. We did it. And for some reason, this camera is not like in the middle. Look at that face. We did it with a Sunday bear snuggling. You're just so precious. Dad, I was trying to steep. Oh yeah, I love the bridge. The bridge pets are Sunday's favorite. She loves like the bridge and then the eyebrows. Oh yeah. But yeah, now I'm gonna need to find a new game to play. I have plenty of games on my list of things to play, but very, very happy with this. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. But now that that's done, now I can just only do goofy runs in Hollow Knight Silksong. Because I've finally completed the hardest thing. The only like one thing I have not done in in Hollow Knight, and I don't know if I have the interest in it. There are these items that you can get called mementos, and a lot of them are kind of like additional challenges. There's 2 mementos I haven't gotten. One I easily could get, I just haven't. And the other one is I have to go back to the flea games and get like obnoxiously high scores. I don't know if I ever care to do that. Both of like the second memento is just a very massive time sink for something that I didn't enjoy. And although I did do the flea games in like, I think we did them in about half an hour. We got through them very easily today, which I'm happy about. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I guess I'll probably have to move on to another game now for streaming. We'll have to kind of test the waters and see what works out best. But thank you very much. But until that next time, ta-ta.